Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Gemini, welcome. We already have your cards laid out here so we can dive right in. Now, in the recent past, you have the Lantern. This is all about new opportunities. And for a lot of you, you may have been going within because I'm getting Hermit energy. Now, a lot of times on the Hermit card, the Hermit's carrying the Lantern. So you may have been doing a lot of soul searching. There may have been an opportunity in the recent past for growth, for learning, for healing, for abundance, whatever it may have been. It was something new that maybe you haven't quite experienced in the same light. Okay, there could have been an aha moment that you've had, and things are shaking up here for you in the month of December, because in the month of December you have the Chickens card. Now, this is all about being in the moment. A lot of you may be quite busy this month, but I also get that you're spending time with the people that you can count on, the people that you care about. This is important for you to be in this moment, even if this is a phase of healing that you are going through. In order to kind of get through to the other side, the only way to get there is to go through. And I feel it is important for you to be in the moment. I'm also seeing here the books, the knowledge, education. So there's something here, and there's also a book card in this reading that I did see as I was shuffling. So there's some sort of lesson that you may have had to go through, a lesson that you have learned, but now you have the wisdom to take what you've learned and move into this new opportunity being presented here. Some of you, this is so interesting because the chicken also showed up, I believe, in Aries reading, but the chicken energy can at times be like the Fool. And we actually see the Fool showing up in your, I thought we seen the Fool. Yeah, we have the Fool in your foundation. So some of you, you don't want to be fooled by turning a blind eye to a situation or not being aware, okay? Because I am getting something may have been ruffled, like the feathers were ruffled in a situation here, and now you're paying attention. Being in the moment allows you to be aware of your feelings, be aware of your surroundings, your circumstances, your situation, where in the past, some of you may have numbed, you may have suppressed, or you may have tried to take a shortcut around something here. And I feel like that's not what's happening. And because you're willing to do the work, or because some of you already have done the work, you're actually seeing here a really great opportunity. But I am getting that there's going to be some decisions that you have to make this month. Do I stay in the moment? Do I heal? Do I move forward? So a little bit of weighing up some options. Now, in the near future, you do have the Coffee card. I like this. This is good motivation. You can see it's in the shape of a heart. There's heat coming off of it. So even though things may feel a little bit frozen or things may feel cold around you, I get that you're warming up. There's something that you are opening up to, thawing out, right? This is good motivation to keep on moving forward. And I'm getting that the heart is leading you. I don't see, let's see here. Actually, yep, you have a couple of heart cards in your reading. Specifically, it's crossing your energy. We have the 10 of Cups. So keeping your heart open through this situation is literally the key. That's the key towards moving forward. Now, what Spirit is helping you with, the underlying energy, is the boots, right? This is about you. You've been on a long journey. For some of you, you could have military in your background, or you've been doing something for quite some time. Maybe you've been in a long-term relationship or a cycle with a family member. I feel like a lot of you, you're coming up to the edge of a brand new journey, or maybe you already have with the Fool card below you. Yeah, because right behind it, you have the padlock. And I feel like something is being closed to you, or you are closing out a cycle. Something is no longer available as it once was, but that's a good thing. It means that you've learned what you've needed to close that door, to open up to a new opportunity and a new beginning. Because what's right behind it, you have the berries. That's a sweet surprise, but you kind of got to get your boots dirty in a sense, or some of you already have got your boots dirty symbolically, and you're wore out in a way. You're wore out of doing something repetitively or just being in the same cycle. That's why you have new opportunities coming in. So even if something is denied, if you're shutting it down, in the long run, it's for the better because you have this sweet surprise coming in here. So let's dive into your reading here, Gemini. There is some quick action that I feel like you're taking this month. Again, partnered with the being in the moment as well as good motivation. It's like you're just doing. You're doing based on a pull that you feel on a deeper level. There's this innate spiritual fire that is rising up within you, right? Knight of Wands energy. So when this knight shows up, he's passionate, he's excited, he's ready and brave enough to gallop, not even walk, even though he looks like he's standing still here. I feel like you're ready to kind of gallop into this new opportunity, but you're also staying very present of your surroundings because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out on situations that there's growth, there's teachable moments, there's love. Some of you could be passionately moving towards a new love offer. Okay, for others of you, I feel like you're passionately chasing your dreams by choosing to be present, choosing to be in the moment, and shutting out or closing the door to anything that just does not serve you. When it comes to love, when it comes to family, when it comes to relationships, you have a lot of passion within you. You have a lot of fiery energy here, Gemini. And when this Knight of Wands comes creeping up here, I feel like you are instinctually, moving forward. It's like you're putting one foot in front of the other with the boots card. And even if that's difficult to do, you're doing it. Okay. Now what's crossing your energy could be Ten of Cups. It could be family dynamics, family situations. Sometimes when the Ten of Cups is showing up as the challenge, this can be betrayal. Maybe some of you are getting over feelings of not being or feeling worthy enough based on fears, right? False evidence. It's not true. It could be because of how someone made you feel. It could be because of some limiting beliefs that you have from your own upbringing, from your own family dynamics. Some of you aren't able to spend time with your family and it feels like you are distant or apart or neglecting them. But I am getting that the Ten of Cups, it is in your energy nonetheless. So even if it's showing up as the challenge or crossing your path, it's still showing up here. And the Ten of Cups is a very beautiful card about, abundance and happiness and family and trips and just being able to celebrate and enjoy those that you love. So I feel like there's bits and pieces and you're sticking to staying in the moment with the good, and you're pushing through the not so good, but you're not attaching yourself to it like maybe you did in the past. There could be some family members that cross your path and you're saying, I've already went down this path. Some of you, it could be a spouse or a partner, a significant other. You're saying, I've already done this. I've already played this, game. I need to move forward here. And in order to do that, I need to close something down. Okay. So some of you are definitely closing the door to a past person, a past situation, pattern, belief, environment, whatever this is here. But it's challenging because it comes from a place of heart. It doesn't mean that you don't love any less, but you may show up in a different mindset, a different heart space, a different perspective. You can love from a distance is what I'm hearing. And some of you, there is love from a distance. Okay. You may want to move passionately towards someone, or you may want them to move towards you this month, especially if you're single, but it's crossing your energy. This isn't going to resonate with everyone, but someone could have a family. There could be someone that you are involved with that is married. Okay. Again, not going to resonate with everyone, but some of you, that could be the case. Maybe someone told you that they were separated, or someone told you that they were also coming out of a dynamic. Maybe they were getting divorced. I feel like there's passion in the air there, though. Passion in the air, because in the deep foundation here, and we're actually missing, wow, this is so interesting. We're missing abundance manifestation card, like what's coming in above you, which we're going to pull on the spot here. But so interesting because right above that spot is the being in the moment. So we're going to see what that's all about here for you. Now, what's in your foundation is the Fool in reverse, possibly giving someone a second chance or trying again, but that's what wears these boots out, right? When we're walking and walking and walking and we keep doing it and we stop and then we go and stop and go, I feel like some of you wanted to give someone a second chance, but you may have been made a fool. Okay, or maybe they said, I don't want to look like a fool in this situation, or I don't want to be fooled or tricked into thinking something that's not relevant or not going to happen. I'm just hearing the words unrealistic expectations. So there could have been some sort of expectations that you fell into, but it took you by surprise. You want to have a new beginning here, I see, Gemini. It may have been even forced. Some of you, that padlock has forced you to have this new beginning, but I feel like on the other end of it is a very sweet surprise, because the Eight of Pentacles, this is, the card of learning, growing, evolving. It's showing up in the reverse though. So this is about you working on yourself. It's about feeling inspired, but some of you, there are some lessons that you've needed to learn, or someone around you has needed to learn. That's why you've repeated a cycle. Eight of Pentacles, you could have been trying to heal someone who couldn't heal themselves, Gemini. Some of you, look at that. You can see that there's cupcakes there. There's some bottles, some drinks. Someone may have been going through a difficult time, and maybe you were their saving grace. Or maybe it's felt like you've saved them, or they may have even said that to you at times. You've saved me from hitting rock bottom, or maybe they've gone through it. But like I always say, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. So you can't save anyone, and you can lead them, you can guide them, you can help them, but ultimately they have to want to save themselves. They have to make that choice to do so. They have to learn their soul lessons in order to move forward. Now we're just going to pull a card here from the deck, and we're going to see what's coming in for you. How interesting that during this, oh, you know what? Never mind. We have it. It's just not put in the right spot. That's okay. So we have the Page of Cups showing up here. What's coming above you? And this is next to the good motivation as well as being in the moment. So there is a love offer coming your way, Gemini, or this is about you chasing your love. For some of you, it's a love for your children, right? You could be focusing on your children this month, and maybe working on the relationship you have with children. It could even be with your own inner child. But the Page of Cups, this is innocence in a sense. Someone may not have known any better. Someone could have been a little bit immature, or you're taking care of family dynamics. Maybe that's part of it, because you can see that there is a child there. So some of you, this is your own children. But I also see that there could be new love coming in here for you. That's what you're manifesting, a brand new opportunity to open your heart up to an innocent love, one that starts with trust, or at least you want to try to build up that trust and give it the benefit of the doubt, because you've been heartbroken in the past because someone has lied to you or someone has done you wrong. Maybe even with this Fool energy, right? You wanted to start, but it's like every time you started to move forward, it's like you took 5 steps back, right? 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, or you thought that this was going to be the person, and then boom, it's like it backfired. This is something I feel good about. With this Page of Cups, I also get here possibly an apology for someone putting you through the ringer, or perhaps there is an understanding. Maybe it's not a physical apology, but I feel like someone is coming out of a stupor or coming out of some sort of haze. Maybe it's a haze where there was a lot of partying, or there was something here that, it put those goggles over you in a sense. But I feel like you're also maturing. You're also learning. So is someone else. If you are working with or dealing with or spending more time with children, I feel really good. You're going to be in the moment. Some of you may have been missing out on some stuff with your children because maybe you were working or maybe they were in school. Maybe they had their own family struggles that were happening here, but I feel good about this. Now, in the near future, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Remember what we just talked about of that Mr. and Mrs. Fix-It? We tend to gravitate maybe towards people that feel like they carry a lot of burdens. You're realizing that it's not your responsibility. Okay, your responsibility is to, especially if this is your children, to love unconditionally in the best way that you can and let them fall down, let them make mistakes, let them learn and let them grow. You can be their role model. You can be their good example. You can, put those circumstances in front of them so they have the option to choose better life circumstances. And if this is a person that you were with, you taught them a lot. Okay, if this is a family member, they may not agree with you and they may actually project. It's because they haven't emotionally matured or learned some of what they have come here to learn. And that frustrates them, especially if they see that within you. Some of you may have had to take care of siblings because this could be a sibling. 10 of Wands, though, I feel like you're putting down some of those burdens. Okay, you're actually asking for help here. This is about you saying, okay, I need others to kind of come in and help me out here because I realize that I'm taking on so much by myself. Maybe, for example, if this is holiday, if you celebrate the holidays, perhaps you've always been the one that's hosted family gatherings, or you've been the one that's made the food and put away the dishes and, made sure everybody was fed and had gifts or whatever it was. But I feel like you're asking this year for help. You're realizing that you don't want to do it all alone, nor should you, okay? The 10 of Wands, you're putting down some of those burdens and saying, yeah, go ahead. I'd love for you to do the dishes while I enjoy being in the moment here, because you're always the one that's missing out on the moment because you are the one carrying these burdens. And I see you putting them down here. So you can spend more time focusing on the things that matter most. Gemini, what do we have going on within yourself? Look at that. You have a death. This is an old you versus a new you, because you've learned here some valuable things about yourself, possibly even through others, through maybe a lot of coaching, therapy, relationship mishaps, ups and downs, whatever it may be here with the death card. This is big. The death card, it can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable as you navigate towards one of the biggest shifts, biggest changes, biggest transformations of your life. But you're going to be set free in ways that are amazing, right? Like I said, even though you have this padlock, that old version of you no longer exists, right? Just like that caterpillar that turns into a butterfly, it has to go through that really sticky, messy, life-altering cocoon process where it actually disintegrates its entire self in order to form that butterfly. And that's what you've done here, is you've disintegrated an old piece of yourself, and it's been difficult, but you're coming out stronger. And I feel like this is something that's going to make you feel stronger internally, externally. It's going to make you feel like you have what it takes to have the highest level of love, right? Whatever this has been for you. Some of you, it was the death of a loved one that's really had you shift and change and alter the course of your life forever, right? Your life will never, ever, ever, ever be the same after what it is that you're going through here. Now, what's going on in your environment? 4 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Cups in the reverse is needing to reach out and ask for help when you need it. If you're feeling low, if you are, even though I see good motivation here, I feel like it's important for you to be in the moment. But if you're struggling with staying present, staying in the moment, because some of you, you're going through some changes. You may be missing loved ones who crossed over. Some of you could even be going through, some sort of separation, maybe even a divorce, a family struggle, setback, whatever it may be for you. It's not actually a setback. It is a growth opportunity that's going to launch you into something quite beautiful. And I feel like I'm getting the word miracle. Okay, so Four of Cups here, you can see that everybody is celebrating the festivities, but you see here that this girl is being offered a cup, but she's focusing on either the past, she's focusing on maybe the future, or what she does not have in her life at this time. Spirit doesn't want you to do that, right? Spirit wants you to, I don't want to say fake it till you make it or plaster on a smile, but try to focus more on being present with your surroundings. Communicate, reach out, have a conversation, because in the midst of all of this, there could be a bright new opportunity that shows up that you don't even see coming, and you're not going to see coming unless you stay present, unless you stay in the moment. And this is actually going to motivate you. The more that you look for the silver lining, the more motivation and momentum that'll give you to continue moving forward. Okay, I see that here strongly for you. Four of Cups, right? Yes, there's a little bit of maybe boredom, frustration, or even a little bit of pessimism. Some of you, this can be a really heavy time of even depression or feeling loss at times. So stay in the moment, connect with those that are, present for you as well, because I feel like there are people that, there are people that are focused on their own things and their own lives here, but I also sense that there are people that support you and they want to offer you this cup. She just can't see it because her eyes are closed in a way. She's looking down. She's not really focusing on that cup that's right, literally 2 inches right in front of her. So there could be something that you are not seeing that's literally right in front of you, whether it is, words of advice. It could be something you read, something you hear. Spirit is saying be present, because something is right here that's actually leading to that surprise that we see coming in with the berries, right? We see the berries. So there's some sort of sweet cup being filled in front of you here. Now, what is your hopes and fears? The Star. You want to heal. I mean, who doesn't, right? The Stars is saying, don't give up on your dreams. This almost is like that miracle energy that I was just tuning into. So the hope is for a miracle. The hope is that your dreams will manifest, that you can have the positivity, the peace, the inspiration, the promise to live and lead from a place of heart, to have that feeling of family, to have that lover, whatever it is that you're dreaming and manifesting. You want to be able to maybe lay underneath the stars, and you want to be able to share your life with someone who is open to everything under the moon, right? Under the stars. You want someone that aligns with you. And I feel like this is what you are manifesting. And the stars are saying here, don't give up. Don't give up, Gemini. We are working behind the scenes to really shift up the energy in a big way. And what comes out of this transformation is a big, beautiful butterfly that can take on a whole new level of what they weren't able to do or to become as that caterpillar. Because now you're able to spread your wings and you're able to ascend in ways that you never could prior. Your final outcome is the Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse is saying there is a decision here. There's a decision. Now, this is interesting because you see two people in bed. Their backs are facing each other. They're both on their phones. So you could be missing someone. You can even be missing someone when they're in the same room, when they're in the same bed, when they're in the same home. Because sometimes the heart is reaching out. We want that connection. We want that love. But at the same time, we know that it's either unhealthy. We know that it's not good for us. It's an unrealistic goal. But I feel like there could be something that you're having a difficult time accepting. And it may have to do here with this padlock. Okay, it may have to do with something being unavailable. Some of you, again, there's maybe someone at a distance, or you are texting someone because they're not able to be there with you. It's important to reach out though. Okay, Two of Swords showing up here as your final outcome says, don't ignore the call to do something bigger, right? To rise above here. This is also about indecisiveness. Do I close the gate? Do I move forward? Do I stay? Do I go? So there's a lot of back and forth, but I also feel like your head is in one direction, your heart's in another. So you may be at, again, one of the biggest crossroads of your life, but no matter what you choose, you'll never be the same. You see, you'll never be the same because you've learned what you've needed to learn. And sometimes it's hard to walk away. If you are in a situation, or some of you are going through some separation or some, family struggles, family dynamics, so that 10 of Cups being in the center. When we see someone struggling, or we ourselves are struggling, we want to reach out, we want to help someone, but sometimes we're not sure how. And I feel for you, you've gone through this phase, this period, and someone else may not be on the same page as you, but you know that you've transformed, you know that you've ascended the energy, and now you can't escape some sort of self-truth. You know what you need to do here. And I feel that 2024 for you is going to uncover significant changes. Let's just see here. Uncover significant changes. Let's see. Let's get a sneak peek at what that may be for you. What do we have for Gemini, please? Look at that. You have the wheel. It could be a move. It could even be travel. It could be, this is destiny also. It reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, you're shutting down a karmic cycle, karmic relationship, or karmic pattern, and now you're finally able to move forward, but it wasn't easy. For those of you who've ever been in a karmic relationship, which I'm assuming that most of you have, because we do have many of them actually, and this teaches us some of the biggest profound lessons, but they can be the most difficult to, kind of move forward from. They can hold us in a place of complacement for a long time. And for a lot of you, you're moving beyond that. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we need here for Gemini? Wisdom of the Oracle. Look at that. You have loyal heart. It is in reverse. We're going to read both the relationship and the protection message. Some of you may be 35 years old. All right, 35, loyal heart. There's some sort of truth and wisdom. You see two owls here showing up in the background. I'm just going to find the page. This is about fidelity. It's about loyalty and devotion. And that's the decision that you are making, I feel, is to be loyal to your own heart. Your long-term, let's see here, your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest, devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Yeah, that's what's being shown to you through all of this is your own loyal heart. That's why you have this motivation, because your heart is opening up to new ideas, new loves, new growth that you have never experienced before, because you're going through this transformative time. Now is the time for heartfelt commitments. And are you being loyal in return? Are you being loyal to yourself? Are you being loyal to others? This is about trusting in divine protection, which you have that padlock card. So remember, protection is redirection, trusting that something is being denied to you, or you are putting a padlock on it for your highest good. And the protection message is this. Are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea? Or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? So I'm going to back up for a second. This could be attached to a belief that you have around family. Remember, the 10 of Cups is the challenge. This could be an attachment to a person, to a belief, to, a dream that sometimes we can't see beyond. We can't see the silver lining. We can't see that there are miracles. And that's what Spirit wants you to be aware of with that 4 of Cups. Could it be that it's become so part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of the old and all your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you, Gemini, so scoot on over and make some room. I love this. Even though there's a little bit of a period of, feeling maybe isolated at times or feeling second guessing, right? The head is pulling you over here, but the heart knows what the heart knows. But, it's interesting. I was just listening to a podcast, I believe, Mel Robbins. And she said that sometimes, even though our heart longs to be in a relationship, or there's a lot of love there, a lot of emotions that can kind of fog that, sometimes one of the most difficult decisions is to make that has to do with the heart, right? It does have to do with the heart. And sometimes we need to do what we need to do that's best for us. It doesn't mean that, we can't love from a distance or we can't love in a new way. And look there's a key above there as well. So this is so interesting because you did have that, that padlock, and the key is right there. So the key to unlocking that new beginning lies within this loyal heart. And look at that. You actually have the eggs, and you have the being in the moment, the chicken and the egg here. So I'm loving that. And last but not least, we're going to just do a small meditation here. Instead of getting a message from your spirit animals, we're going to get a crystal. So if you can, Gemini, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale, I want you to tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or crystals that show up in your mind's eye. It could be any crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil. Perhaps it's a color or a feeling or a phrase or words. Whatever shows up in your mind's eye when you hear the words crystal. And if you need a moment, Gemini, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop whatever crystals you were seeing in your mind's eye in the comment box below. Oh, I love this one. You have Ukleis. Ukleis, I believe, is the pronunciation. It is card 23. Some of you may be born on the 23rd. You may be in a 5 personal year, or you may be a life path 5. I also feel for a lot of you, this is a deep, knowledgeable energy. And I feel because you have the 8 of Pentacles, and I was picking up on some deep lessons or some deep knowledge being gained at this time, that's part of what this blue crystal, there's something here with the throat chakra as well. Now this Ukleis is all about wisdom from within, inner truth, aligning with divine intelligence, and trusting your own earned wisdom. Yes, it's important to trust. Understanding the people you love and care about isn't always easy, especially when you become aware that you still have much to learn about yourself. All of us have hidden gifts we have yet to acknowledge. They are easier to discover when you look through the eyes of love, guided by an inner wisdom that reminds you that we are all on a healing journey and at different places on the road. Listen to your intuitive intelligence about your relationships, for it is the universe and not wishful thinking that will bring truth about other people and about yourself into your awareness. Yeah, and I am getting that strongly here for you. There is something about you being present, you being aware, in order for you to gain that truth, in order for you to make that decision, in order for you, Gemini, to move forward on your soul's journey. There's going to be an innate truth that there's no hiding from, right? We can't hide underneath the covers here with the 2 of Swords. I feel like it's time for you to gain and trust in that inner knowledge within, because there can be lessons of the past that guide us into the future. But right now you are being asked to be aware of what's happening within you. Be aware of the emotions, but also be a bystander. And it's so interesting because they're showing me part of the prosperity message, and I just seen the word here, egg. So I have to read it to you because we have the chicken and the egg. And it says, lessons of the past can guide you Guide the future and proven track records have value when it comes to building your prosperity, but no nest egg is rock solid, right? So there is something here that's unpredictable, and it reminds you to listen to that inner wisdom. And where are you investing in your time? Where and whom are you investing your energy into? Because the truth is that until you let go of old beliefs about maybe trust, it could be about not trusting yourself. It could be about other people, because some of you have put your time, your love, your heart and soul into others, into situations where you've just been maybe a little bit burnt out. You have what it takes to move forward on this journey, because your wisdom, Gemini, can guide you on returning to the natural state of abundance that you long to find yourself in, that natural state of divine love. That is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. It certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. If you would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, please do drop your crystals in the comment box below, and feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so very much, Gemini, for your love, for your time and support. Till next time.